I bet you didn't know that one of the most revered gods in ancient Egypt was once a commoner. The ancient Egyptians revered a multitude of gods. Their pantheon was extensive and diverse, with each deity presiding over different facets of life and nature. From Ra, the sun god, to Osiris, the god of the afterlife, these divine entities were intricately woven into the fabric of Egyptian culture and daily existence. Yet even they acknowledged the mark of true greatness in a human life. They believed that certain individuals were touched by the gods, destined to achieve extraordinary feats and leave an indelible mark on history. Imhotep was one such individual. Celebrated as a polymath, he was a man of many talents and unparalleled intellect. His contributions to architecture, medicine, and literature were so profound that he was later deified, becoming a god in his own right. Born a commoner, he ascended to remarkable heights. His journey from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of power and influence is a story of ambition, ingenuity, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. He was an architect, physician, scribe, and priest. His architectural genius is best exemplified by the step pyramid at Saqqara, a revolutionary design that laid the foundation for future pyramid construction. As a physician, he authored medical texts that were used for centuries, showcasing his deep understanding of the human body and its ailments. His genius permeated every aspect of Egyptian society, from the grand monuments that still stand today to the medical practices that saved countless lives. Imhotep's influence was far-reaching and enduring. Imhotep's story is a testament to the power of one mind. His ability to innovate and excel in multiple fields set him apart from his contemporaries and secured his place in history. He lived over 4,000 years ago, yet his legacy still echoes through time, inspiring generations of scholars, architects, and healers. Modern-day Egypt continues to celebrate his achievements, with museums and monuments dedicated to preserving his memory and contributions. He dared to dream bigger than any who came before. His vision and creativity knew no bounds, pushing the limits of what was possible in his time. In doing so, he changed the course of Egyptian history. His innovations in architecture and medicine set new standards and influenced countless generations. Join me now as we journey back. Let's delve into the life and times of Imhotep, exploring the world he lived in and the incredible legacy he left behind. Let's explore the life and times of Imhotep. We will uncover the secrets of his greatest creations and understand the mind of a true genius. From the step pyramid to his medical texts, each artifact tells a story of innovation and brilliance, and we will witness his transformation from man to legend. Imhotep's journey from a mortal man to a deified figure is a testament to his extraordinary impact on Egyptian civilization and beyond. Picture ancient Egypt, a land bathed in golden sunlight. The vast desert stretches endlessly, its sands glowing under the morning sun. This is a place where history whispers through the winds, and every grain of sand holds a story of a time long past. The Nile River, a life-giving artery, courses through the desert. Its waters bring fertility to the land, transforming barren sands into lush green oases. The river is the lifeblood of this ancient civilization, providing sustenance and a means of transport. Along its banks, a civilization flourishes. The Egyptians build their homes, temples, and monuments close to the river, drawing life and inspiration from its steady flow. The Nile is not just a river, it is the heart of their world. The pharaohs, living gods, rule over their people. They are seen as divine intermediaries between the gods and the mortal world, their decrees shaping the lives of their subjects. Their images are immortalized in statues and hieroglyphs, symbols of their eternal power. Death, for the Egyptians, was not an ending but a transition. They believed that life continued beyond the grave, in a realm where the soul would live on forever. This belief shaped their burial practices and the construction of their tombs. They believed in a vibrant afterlife. The walls of their tombs were adorned with paintings depicting scenes of the afterlife, filled with gods, spirits, and the deceased enjoying eternal pleasures. These images were meant to guide the soul on its journey. Pharaohs and nobles were buried in elaborate tombs called mastabas. These structures were designed to protect the body and the soul's possessions, ensuring a safe passage to the afterlife. The mastabas were the precursors to the grand pyramids that would later dominate the landscape. These rectangular structures were made of mud brick. The bricks were crafted from the very earth that the Egyptians revered, symbolizing a connection between the mortal world and the divine. The construction of these tombs was a sacred act, imbued with religious significance. They were meant to house the soul and its possessions for eternity. Inside, the tombs were filled with artifacts, treasures, and everyday items that the deceased might need in the afterlife. Each object was carefully chosen to ensure the soul's comfort and prosperity. But these tombs were modest in size. They were humble beginnings, reflecting the early stages of Egyptian architectural ambition. Yet, even in their simplicity, they held a profound significance, marking the start of a grand tradition. They lacked the grandeur that would come to define Egyptian architecture. The early tombs were simple and unadorned, but they laid the foundation for the monumental structures that would follow. These early efforts were the seeds of a legacy that would grow to awe-inspiring heights. This is the world Imhotep was born into, a world rich in tradition and ripe for innovation. Imhotep, a man of vision and ingenuity, would rise to become one of the most influential figures in Egyptian history, leaving an indelible mark on the civilization. A world on the cusp of a monumental change, Imhotep's contributions would usher in a new era of architectural brilliance, transforming the landscape of Egypt and setting the stage for the construction of the iconic pyramids. His legacy would endure for millennia, a testament to the enduring spirit of innovation and creativity. Enter Imhotep, a young man of extraordinary intellect. Born in ancient Egypt, Imhotep was not just an architect but also a physician, priest, and scribe. His multifaceted talents made him a revered figure in Egyptian history. He served Pharaoh Djoser, the third king of the Third Dynasty. Djoser, a visionary ruler, sought to leave a lasting legacy. He wanted a tomb that would stand the test of time and reflect his divine status. Djoser had a vision for his own tomb, something far grander than any mastaba. The traditional mastaba, a flat-roofed, rectangular structure, was no longer sufficient for a king of his ambition. Imhotep, the brilliant architect, answered the call. He was tasked with creating a monument that would not only serve as a tomb, but also as a symbol of Djoser's greatness. He conceived a revolutionary design. Imhotep's vision was to transform the traditional mastaba into something unprecedented. He envisioned a structure that would rise majestically towards the heavens. Imagine a series of mastabas stacked one upon the other. Each level would be smaller than the one below, creating a stepped effect that had never been seen before. Each level smaller than the one below. This innovative design not only provided stability but also symbolized the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, ascending towards the gods. This was the birth of the step pyramid, a structure unlike anything the world had ever seen. Standing at 62 meters tall, it was the tallest building of its time and a marvel of engineering. This pyramid, located at Saqqara, was not just a tomb. It was part of a larger complex that included courtyards, temples, and shrines, all designed to serve the king in the afterlife. It was a symbol of Djoser's power and a testament to Imhotep's genius. The step pyramid marked the beginning of the age of pyramids in Egypt, setting the stage for the grand structures that would follow. Constructing the step pyramid was a monumental task. It was one of the first large-scale stone structures in history. Imagine thousands of laborers quarrying huge blocks of limestone. They dragged them across the desert and hoisted them into place with ropes and ramps. The precision required was astonishing. The pyramid rose higher and higher, a beacon of innovation against the desert sky. It was a testament to Imhotep's skill as an engineer and organizer. He oversaw every detail, from the quarrying of the stones to the placement of the final capstone. Section 5. Imhotep the Healer, Medicine and Magic. Imhotep's brilliance was not limited to architecture. He was also a renowned physician. In a time when illness was often attributed to the supernatural, Imhotep brought a rational approach to healing. He studied the human body and developed treatments for various ailments. His medical texts, though lost to time, were highly regarded. They were studied by physicians for centuries after his death. While he used practical methods, he also recognized the importance of spirituality and healing. He understood the mind-body connection. Section 6. The Wise Scribe. Knowledge is power. Imhotep was also a master scribe. He possessed an encyclopedic knowledge of Egyptian writing and literature. Scribes held a revered position in ancient Egypt. They were the keepers of knowledge and history. Imhotep's writings encompassed a wide range of subjects. These included astronomy, mathematics, and philosophy. Sadly, many of his works have been lost to the sands of time, but his reputation as a scholar remains. He was a true polymath, a master of many disciplines. Section 7, Servant of the Gods, Imhotep's Spiritual Journey. Imhotep's brilliance extended to the spiritual realm as well. He served as a high priest, a position of great honor and responsibility. He was deeply involved in religious rituals and ceremonies. His understanding of the cosmos and the afterlife influenced his architectural designs. The step pyramid, for example, was not just a tomb, but a stairway to the heavens. It was a physical representation of the pharaoh's ascent to the gods. Section 8, From Man to Deity, the Legacy of Imhotep. Imhotep's achievements did not go unnoticed. Even during his lifetime, he was revered for his wisdom and skill. After his death, his legend continued to grow. He was elevated to the status of a demigod. Centuries later, he was worshipped as the god of medicine and wisdom. Temples were erected in his honor. People prayed to him for healing and guidance. His story became intertwined with myth and legend. Section 9, Echoes of Imhotep, a Timeless Influence. Imhotep's influence extended far beyond the borders of Egypt. His architectural innovations inspired generations of builders. His medical knowledge spread throughout the ancient world. Even today, his legacy continues to inspire. His story reminds us that true greatness can come from humble beginnings. It shows us that with dedication and a thirst for knowledge, one person can truly change the world. Imhotep, the commoner who became a god, remains an enduring symbol of human ingenuity and the pursuit of excellence.